Hey guys, RC here. Today I just wanted to kind of introduce you guys to a game that really means a lot to me personally. This is actually a book series that I discovered while being heavily involved in Dungeons and Dragons. Oh God, going all the way back to version 2, I guess, back in the 80s when I was in high school. And Shadowrun is as you can see from the description here, is a cyberpunk fantasy world. And it was created about 25 years ago. And the premise is that magic has returned to the world. And basically this huge magical explosion has released all this pent-up magical ability from within the earth. And humans still exist, but some humans had these dormant mutated genes. And so you had people that overnight turned into trolls, orcs, dwarfs, elves, and then you gained the ability to cast magic. Some people became mages, for lack of a better word, or sorcerers, and basically you became this post-apocalyptic world, so to speak, where nations had fragmented. And corporations have taken over the world. So, using today as an example, imagine if the U.S. government fell and Apple, being based out of the Northwest, basically became the governing body of the Northwest part of the country. And, various major corporations came to light and took the reins of power from a governmental standpoint. And so at this point you either became a person with a SIN, a system ID number, or basically our social security numbers today, or you became a sinless person, basically a homeless person. Without SIN cards, you could not get a job, you could not get a place to live, and you end up living on the streets. And so it's this have and have not society of trying to survive. And basically these groups of people that fall through the cracks, they fall into the shadow world and they become shadow runners. And basically to try to make livings, they basically form gangs and they launch raids and invasions of corporate offices and try to various things. You could kidnap people, you could assassinate people, you can try to get one person that wants to leave one company. Let's say if you had a person that wanted to leave Apple and go to work for Microsoft. Well, in the Shadowrun world, that would be impossible. Apple would not let you leave, so you would hire a shadow runner to put a team together and come in and basically kidnap you and get you out and then turn you over to Microsoft. And then they would give you protection from Apple, but you cannot leave on your own. So that's kind of where all this comes from, is what's going on the streets and, quote, in the shadows. Which is where Shadowrun got its name from. The company that originally started Shadowrun, it was a book series and a pen and paper game along the lines of Dungeons and Dragons. And they sold their rights, they were acquired, and basically they just fell off the face of the earth. The company that bought them basically shelved them, never did anything with them. And Harebrained Schemes, which is the developer for this, actually did a what do they call it? crowdfunding. I forget which one it was, but they did a crowdfund, and I think they met their goal within 2 weeks, and it funded their entire development of the game. So Harebrained Schemes is the original guys that created Shadowrun 25 years ago. And so they have bought the rights back from the company that originally acquired them, and they have put this game out back in 2013. Now, I'm just going to type in Shadowrun up here. And so we have Shadowrun Returns is the base game. And then you have Shadowrun Dragonfall, Shadowrun Hong Kong, which are 2 major DLCs. Looks like Boston Lockdown has been added. I didn't know about that one. Okay, that was 2015. And Shadowrun Chronicles Infected. Oh, Infected Director's Cut. So each one of these adds new chapters to the game, basically. Also, there is a ton of DLC. So I wanted to open the game so you could kind of take a quick look at it, but let's real quick pop into content and browse more content. So this is basically in your workshop, and this is user created content, and there's all kind of stuff. Some of them are just new guns, but there are some that are actually new chapters, just like the DLC, that are free. And so the game has a lot of stuff that now you can actually play. I just think the background of the game, and having grown up reading the books, right, are the, gives a lot of depth to this. It was also a game on Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis, and so there are some that were created to mimic those exactly, just like in the game. Basically whatever you would have seen in the game, and I still have my Sega Genesis game and I love it. One of the other things with your characters, so you can be a magician, you can be a samurai. Basically, there's cybernetics. There are what they call there is a matrix, just like the movie The Matrix. Excuse me, where you can actually sync directly into the internet, and you actually get a plug put into your head, kind of like a USB port, and you take your laptop and you plug it directly into your head, and it actually projects you into the internet. And you actually can go in there and you can browse around and you can fight in that world. You can die in that world. So there's a lot going on, and of course the game is limited a lot by what it can offer and what it can do, but at the same token, it's just a great game. So you can see all the stuff that I have subscribed to, that I have installed, And, you know, I haven't played in a while because I played when it came out, played several times. And, you know, so today I got home from work. I've been on the road all week. So I left Monday. It's Friday evening now, late Friday afternoon. And so I got home and, you know, rather than firing up Football Manager or something, I wanted to pull this up and, you know, try to introduce on my channel some people to this game. I don't know if there's a beta or not. It is on Steam, so, you know, you can probably get on and check it out. But I think what I might do is I might do just a real quick general walkthrough of the game and put that up if people want to see the nuances of the gameplay. But I really like this game. I highly recommend it. If you're into the sci-fi or the cyberpunk type stuff, you know, this is, and then of course if you like to read as well, go check out some of those old books because the books are incredible. Oh, by the way, there are dragons. Just, you know, spoiler alert. There are dragons in this world. So, hey, I hope you check the game out. As I said, I'll probably play a little bit because I was looking for something to do this evening and wanted to maybe put a couple of videos out. Just not a full playthrough or not a let's play, but, you know, just more of a check it out. Hey, here's what the gameplay looks like. And so hopefully you'll check those out once I get those up. Guys, thanks for checking this out, and we will talk to you later. Have a good one. Bye.